DC United looks to turn things around after falling 1-0 to the New York Red Bulls on Sunday night in the final minutes of the game. Now, this was the first game back after the league took a pause for the All-Star game and for a Leagues Cup, so this past month gave some players a chance to recover from injury, and that includes Ted Pietro, who we saw him make his return on Sunday in that game. I spoke with assistant coach Pete Shuttleworth on what Ted brings to this team that will be useful as the club makes the push for the playoffs.
When you look around and you see Ted, you know you've got an option off the bench to begin with until he gets up to match speed, where he can come on and change the game with his ability to dribble, his ability to get chances in the box. So that's what we got on Saturday. He had a best chance when he came on as well. So yeah, delighted to add him to the group. It won't always be off the bench. We're going to get him up to speed so we can start games in this final little stretch. But it's always good to have someone of his ability available. He's had a good breakthrough year, and hopefully he'll finish that strongly with some goals and assists to see us over the line and for the end of the season.
All three newcomers to the Black and Red have now made their debuts. Eric Davis made his in the Leagues Cup game against Philly, while Jose Fajardo and Gabriel Pirani made theirs over the weekend. Head coach Wayne Bruni said Pirani was excellent, that he had great touches on the ball and got into good areas, showing what he can bring to this club. Here's what else Pete Shuttleworth had to add to that.
Yeah, we thought Gabby was our best attacking player on the day. Not played for a little while, so we had a choice of whether we used him off the bench or whether we threw him straight in and let him go and start the game. And we were delighted with what he came out with. Like, his ability on the ball, he's good. He gives us something a little bit different. Low centre of gravity, his dribbling ability gives us something a little bit different to what we've got in our group. So we were delighted with his debut. Obviously, now we'll look for him to kick on, be able to last even a little bit longer in the game, and also add goals and assists to what we're trying to do. So that's his target. But from what we've seen so far, he's a fantastic little player and one that we're looking forward to work with more.
DC United is now in 10th place with 6 of their remaining 9 games being on home turf. Pete Shuttleworth said that the team's mentality in these last 9 games is that it's a mini season, with all the teams in the middle of the Eastern Conference table all fighting for those playoff positions. He said that what counts for DC United now is how they are moving forward, and that includes when they welcome the Philadelphia Union to Audi Field on Saturday for the first of 3 straight home games. Now, Philly made it to the semifinals in Leagues Cup, where they lost to Inter Miami, but they beat Monterrey and matched for 3rd place over the weekend, meaning that they've qualified for the 2024 CONCACAF Champions Cup. And DC recently took on Philly in Leagues Cup earlier this month, and that ended in a scoreless draw, same as their previous matchup in May, which is a big change from the results between these two teams last year. So I asked Pete Shuttleworth what's been the difference this year.
What do we like about what we've done against them? We've been really compact. I think tactically we've been spot on against them twice. We've eliminated a lot of their threats and nullified their chances. They've had a couple, but to go there twice and concede as few chances as we have is a real credit to our defensive side of our game, which is, when we talk about the attacking side, the defensive side's been outstanding. So now what we need to do is exactly what we've said, go and work on how we can be more of a threat, how we can go and put them under pressure, how we can go and be more creative and play with freedom in the attacking half, and see what happens if we can go in the lead and we can go and score against them and see what that makes them do in response to that.
And that's your first team report presented by Audi. Kickoff on Saturday at Audi Field is set for 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and if you won't be at the stadium, you can catch it for free on Apple TV.